Before the Progressive Era, the United States needed a canal that would strengthen their security and expand on trading opportunities. However, the U.S. was not the only nation involved with the excavation of the soon-to-be Panama Canal. In 1880, the French, led by Ferdinand de Lesseps, tried unsuccessfully in building the canal. Ferdinand went bankrupt 9 years later and dropped the project with little to no progress. In addition to financial problems, disease spread like wildfire, killing over 20,000 French and West Indian workers. Teddy Roosevelt, being the imperialist and nationalist he is, picked up the project of building the canal with visions of American success. Early in 1903, John Hay proposed a treaty to the Colombians for permission to build on the 6-mile-wide strip of land for the Panama Canal. However, the Colombians rejected this treaty, so in response, Teddy Roosevelt made deals with the Panamanians in securing their independence in return for a 10-mile-wide isthmus. Construction took a quick start when the Panamanians signed the Hay-Bernal-Barilla Treaty. Chief engineer John Frank Stevens did what the French could not do. Due to the disproportionate sea levels, building a sea canal would be impossible. Stevens proposed the lock system in order to make the canal achievable. The lock system involves several steel gates that are used to lift and maneuver the ships and cargo up the rising sea level. Simultaneously, Stevens improved the working conditions by transporting dirt to prevent accumulation of mosquitoes and mudslides. By doing so, yellow fever was completely eradicated and malaria was mostly as well. After realizing his work is done, Stevens resigned and returned to railroad engineering, and George Washington Goethals takes his place in 1907. Goethals utilized the Stevens system and completed the canal in 1914. From then on, the canal successfully transported cargo and military resources efficiently. The U.S. fully owned and operated the canal up until the 1960s when Panamanians protested and wanting more rights with the canal. Eventually, President Jimmy Carter proposed a treaty in giving up Panama Canal to the Panamanians by the end of the 20th century.